Welcome back, everybody, to World of Wraith YouTube channel. I wanted to talk a little bit about Gem Pack 1 and 2. I think it's a pretty good time to buy Gem Pack 1 cards, especially if you're missing some of your playsets. Now, as always, this is not financial advice, but let's get right into it. The Azeri Marble, about $60, $70. You might be able to even get it for like 50 off of like a local friend or someone at locals. If you remember, this marble started around 200 and it's just been creeping down. I think this is a pretty good price. Zeri has a good amount of LL points, but a marble hero for this price is pretty. It's not bad. Then again, she's not one of the best picks in the meta. Personally, Zeri is one of my favorite heroes, but I don't own a marble. I don't think I ever own one. Maybe if I can get it for trade, but I personally wouldn't spend my money to buy one, but probably would trade one. Riptide, I think he's gonna be in the same boat. I think he's gonna be around like $200. Gem Pack 2 just came out. There's not no listings on TCG right now. But I think, if you give it some time towards the end of Gem Pack 2, when we're getting a new set, I think Riptide could easily be like 70, 80. I think Riptide does have more meta share than Azuri. I see like more people playing Riptide. Um, he also has some pretty like powerful cards, whereas I feel like Azuri has a pretty fair game plan. Of course, assassins are like very strong into new players, but if you think of Azuri's ceiling, she doesn't have a really crazy ceiling. Whereas in some of the Riptide traps are just super powerful. So I think Riptide might be a little bit more. Graphene, Calycera, the other side, 65. I think this is pretty much what it's going to stay at. If you've been waiting for a good time to get yours, this is not too bad, about $66. Maybe it could get a little cheaper. I don't exactly know how many gem packs are left out there in the world, but I actually think like this could slowly just start climbing up. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's no more gem pack 1 in print, so this could slowly go up over time. Obsidian Firebane, not a bad price, close to 50. This could slowly go up over time, but this is Fang's signature weapon. So when Fang LLs, this will definitely just go way lower in value. Same thing with Kunai. This is the cheapest one, but it sees the most play, funny enough, about $30. Like I said, signature weapons, they will definitely LL. Graphene Calycera, the other side, pretty cheap. I think it's a good time to buy them if you're missing your own. Personally, I just have one. I don't think I'm ever gonna, spend $60 on the other side. But this is not anyone's signature weapon, so this will always just be here for the assassin class. And of course, the other cold foil weapons are just super cheap for the left side. $10 for the kunai, not bad. If you have some, I can't even say sell them. I think they're so cheap, they're not worth selling. But yeah, if you have the right side ones, it's a good time to try to move them. There's a couple cards that I want to go over that I think you should have. I think these are pretty cheap right now, especially if you're playing these classes. But I don't think they'll stay this cheap forever. Mark of the Black Widow. I've heard even a lot of assassin players say this is not that crazy, but I think it's good to have just in your collection, especially if you play assassins. Rainbow Foil is about 12. Non-foil is about $4. Affirm Loyalty. Rainbow Foil. Look at this. Rainbow Foils are some of the first listings. $4, and then non-foils, pretty much $4. Staple Fang card and whatever Draconic Warrior hero comes in the future. I think we'll definitely be using this. Scar Tissue Rainbow Foil, close to $8. The non-foils, we got 3. So whether you want non-foils or foils, I think these are some of the better competitive cards in Gem Pack 1. And I think it's a good time to pick them up. Calming Breeze. Right now, it's not crazy in the meta. There was a time where this card, when Haunted came out, tons of play. But yeah, I think $5 for a non-foil is pretty good. Let's check the rainbow foil real quick. Look at that, the rainbow foil a little bit less. So if you don't own your playset, I think it's a good time to buy it. I think the cards that went over maybe not the weapons, but I think a lot of them will slowly go up over time as the demand for the cards increases. And of course, there's no more supply of Gem Pack 1. Display loyalty, same thing. I think it's a great Draconic Warrior, excuse me, Draconic Ninja hero card. Rainbow Foil is about 4. So, like I said, they could rise. There could also be just a bunch of people hoarding a bunch of the Gem Pack 1 cards, and maybe they won't really rise. Maybe as demand increases, there'll be some people that just start putting product in the market. Who knows? But I like to have my extended arts, and just wanted to highlight them for you guys. Next up, Gem Pack 2. Guys, don't get any of this. Just kind of wanted to highlight what's on TCG Player right now. This for 100 is crazy. I could definitely see Spitfire like maybe go to like 80, 70. Puffin's not even seeing that much play. The Rainbow Foil, the ones that you get from your little pre-release kit, about 14 bucks, and it looks like it did have some sells at 14, 9. Blunderbuss, about $50. I don't think this is a CC weapon for Puffin, at least as far as I'm aware. I think Spitfire is going to be better. None have even bought the Rainbow Foil one, so I would stay away from Blunderbuss. Compass of Sunken Depths, 120. Now, this is definitely one of the chase cards of Gem Pack 2. Looks like this was a pretty solid price, about 60 to 50. 120, I don't think anyone's going to buy it. Please don't buy that. I think this could hover around like, kind of like Graphene Calycera prices, maybe around like 70, 60. But yeah, wait for more to enter the market if you want yours. 120 is way too high. The Rainbow Foil, about 35. And looks like it's been selling for that price, so this is a pretty fair price if you want your Rainbow Foil one, but I would just wait. Guys, we're getting Gem Pack 2 for the next couple months, so just try to pull them. But if you do want to sell cards from Gem Pack 2, right now is a pretty good time. I mean, there's barely any in the market, so prices are pretty high right now. Clove and Serakai, $40. One sold for 45 with shipping. This is 45. Not bad. I definitely see this going down, but kind of like Graphene Calycera, this is not assigned to any hero. So I think the fact that Draconic heroes just always have access to this weapon is pretty cool. I think this could drop to like maybe 20, but over time, yeah, I could definitely see it rising back up. Definitely, you want to have this in your collection if you play Draconic heroes. Hammerhead Cannon, the Cold Foil, looks like 30 is a pretty solid price for it. I could just see this dropping down to like 20, unless Marlin like starts going crazy at events. The Rainbow Foil, like 5, 8 bucks. One listing for 11 after shipping. Nothing too crazy here. Red Spine Manta, some listings for 27, 28. One sold listing for 27. I really love this weapon for Marlin, but I don't know if she's going to be seeing play with this in Classic Constructed. This is pretty cheap, and I think it's only going to get cheaper. We're like at the beginning of Gem Pack 2, and this is already, like a $25 card. Yeah, expect this to just go way down. The Rainbow Foil, listing for 10, listing for 15, sold for 8, 10. Yeah, I think these Rainbow Foil cards, like, I don't know, they're just going to go lower and lower, especially as we get more of the Cold Foil ones from Gem Pack 2. Boom Grenade Cold Foil. This surprised me when people were starting to show pictures for it. I mean, it's a great power. It's a great card in Dash IO, and I don't know if Puffin necessarily is gonna play this. Looks like a solid price is a little above 30, 36. I could see this hovering around this price. I don't know if it'll drop a lot, but over time, there's a lot of mech lovers out there, so this could just go up a lot over time. Like I said, if you're looking to pick these Gem Pack 2 cards up, just kind of wait towards later in the season. But Cold Foil Boom Grenade's not too bad. I expect this to be a lot higher. Dry Powder Shot, about 15. Someone sold one for $1. This is not even the foil one. I would skip this, even though this card's pretty good as far as I'm aware in Rangers, but it's not really worth 15 bucks. Whaler, we got him for about 95 for the EA. Now I believe the Marvel's like close to 120. So if you're gonna be spending that much, just get the Marvel. A non-foil is about 25, so kind of a crazy spike for the extended art. Chum, $50. I think the marble's like around 120. I mean, if you want to kind of mid rarity your gravy deck, this is not that bad, but I would just, I don't know, I would wait it out. I wouldn't buy it for this much. The non-foil is about 30, which makes me think like 50 at the EA is not bad. But I also think that a lot of these gravy cards are overhyped. It's 28 listings, so as always, I tell you guys make your own choice. I personally wouldn't be buying the EAs. I'll just try to pull them. Like if you go to locals, you get your Gem Pack 2. You have a nice chance of getting them. A Vasti 25. I think it's like a lot of gravy hype. Look, they were selling for 10s, and now there's only one listing for 25. Bolt and Shot. This might be an exception. There's no sold listings. This is a tried and true Ranger card, and it only comes in extended art and gem pack. It doesn't come in foil, but the extended art looks sick. About $40. Since none have sold, I'm gonna say that it's gonna be around 30. But I think over time, over a couple years, this could definitely just be worth like $50 in the future when there's no gem pack 2. Imagine we're like in gem pack 12, and this is like super old, pretty hard to get. So if you're a Ranger player, I would wait maybe a month or two and then try to get your playsets. Or if you have rainbow foils and you don't care about this, it's completely fine. Nimblism, it's an alternate art red. I think this art's pretty cool. Let's see. Nuns have sold, and it's pretty much 45, 45, 50. Yeah, I don't know where this will land. Maybe somewhere around 25 to 30. It might be more of a collector's card, but if Nimby starts doing good in Classic Constructed and Nimblism comes back in, this could spike a little bit. As always, make your own choices. Buy the cards that you want to buy. But my best advice is to hold off on Gem Pack 2 for now. Don't buy anything. And I would try to sell your Gem Pack 2 cards because right now the prices are pretty juiced. Alright, before I leave you guys, I want to talk a little bit about Fableds. I think there's 3 Fableds that are generic, that are great. Heart of Fandel, we got about 260 for the Unlim. We're not even going to look at the first deck. Eye of Ophidia has been seeing a lot of hype recently, reaching like 500, 600. Riches of Troubled Donny. Last time we went over this, I think it was like at 280. It's hovering around 380 now, so about $100 up. And look at these sold listings. These 3 are very powerful generic Fableds that I think throughout Flesh and Blood's time, they're just going to be seeing play. I can't ever tell you guys, yeah, this is a good time to buy this. But just want to highlight to you guys, like, these are the 3 Fableds that I think just come in and out of the meta. Different heroes like them, different strategies like them. I personally really want a Riches of Troubled Donny, but I'm going to see if I can get one for 200. That could be complete copium. I mean, I didn't get it for 280. Yeah, I missed out on all this, and I'm definitely not going to be getting it for close to 400. If you get it on TCG Player after like taxes, it's probably 400. If you still need yours, either keep ripping the packs, hope to get lucky, or see if you can get a good deal on one. I would say like close to 300 right now is not a bad deal off a private market of like a friend. But this is highly sought after. I think everybody wants them. So one of my boys actually has 2, which is kind of crazy. Imagine you pull 2 Riches of Troubled Donny. You're basically rich. But as always, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know down in the comment sections. Do you think Riches of Troubled Donny will just keep going up? Or is it soon going to slowly start tinkering back down? Thank y'all for watching. Peace.